Hey guys, what's going on today? Bojo here, back again for some more news on NHL 17. And today, guys, we have some new tidbits of information that we found out thanks to a Twitch stream from JO30, who was there at EA Play and managed to do a little NHL 17 interview with the developer Big Ben Boss Ross. And we did get a couple little bits of information regarding draft champions, the World Cup of Hockey most specifically, and possibly some hints at maybe some new cinematics in the game, possibly. We'll get to that in a second. But if you guys want to go check out the live stream, as it is archived on Jay's Twitch channel, link for that is in the description, and I also left his Twitter down below as well. But let's dive right into this little interview information that we found out. First up, we'll hit on the Draft Champions mode, which obviously will be making its debut in NHL 17 this coming September. But the little information finding that we found out about this mode is that the NHL 17 Draft Champions will feature a different theme for each draft you do. Now, the theme is also going to affect which players you will be able to get when drafting through the various rounds in the mode. Now, there is going to be more than 4 different themes that you can choose your draft from. Most specifically, that Jay mentioned while doing the interview while he was there is that he did an alumni theme. So, and his first round selection gave him Patrick Waugh in his Draft Champions mode. So maybe alumni gives you a better chance to draft a lot more legends in the mode. But the themes obviously could go crazy. Like you could have older players, younger players, tough guys, all-star type of players. The themes honestly could be crazy amounts, but we know that for a fact there is more than 4. But we also know that you will be able to choose from 4 different players in each round of the mode. So unlike other draft modes in FIFA, like I think you get your selection of 5 in FIFA, and Madden you get your selection of 5. In NHL, you will only get your selection of 4 different players from which you'll be able to choose your cards from. And once again, you can do NHL Draft Champions as much as you're like. If you don't like the theme you got or you don't like the players you got, then obviously you can just restart it and try it again. But the way your play style is, pick the players that you think would obviously help your play style out and pick the theme that will best suit you. Obviously, there is going to be a lot more than 4, but the theme you choose obviously will affect the different types of players you get. You pick older players, you might get guys like Jaromir Jagr type of players. You pick younger guys, you might get superstars like Connor McDavid, Johnny Gaudreau, players like that. It's all going to matter on what theme you choose, which will also affect what type of players you will get in the Draft Champions mode, which honestly will be really, really exciting. And obviously, Draft Champions is going to have its online component to it, as well as a single player mode. Now, as we move on to the World Cup of Hockey, a lot of people are honestly going to be very, very disappointed with the news that I'm going to be giving you guys. The World Cup of Hockey will strictly be a single player mode. It will not have any sort of online component to it whatsoever. It is strictly offline, strictly single player mode. Can anybody say NHL 94 mode? Because that's basically what the World Cup of Hockey is going to turn into this year. Like I said a couple weeks ago, it's going to be a mode you play maybe once or twice, and that'll be it. So that's kind of really unfortunate news to hear. I think like an 8-player tournament for that World Cup of Hockey would have been honestly really, really exciting. Maybe throwing in an EASHL kind of component to it as well, where you get 6 of your friends on to play that mode as well. But it's a little bit disappointing that the World Cup of Hockey is only going to be an offline mode this year. So very disappointing, but you know, it's still going to be nice to have that in the game. It might be good for a video for here or two for me specifically, but other than that, I don't think I'm going to be touching that mode all too much this year unless they make some improvements to it. And now finally moving on to the last little bit of the interview is that they talked about a lot of stuff obviously, but some of the minor stuff that we know already, whether it be from like franchise mode, the puck battles in front of the net, which Ben Ross did hint at that we do have some kind of control over the net battles and fighting in front of the net, in front of the goaltenders. It won't just be all computer animated. We do have some say in when we do choose our players to battle for position in front of the net, which will be honestly really cool. But he did hint at the possibility of having some new camera angles, new camera roll, new camera intros, possibly even some new cinematics as well into the game, whether it just be like the pre-game intros or during the Be a Pro for your first moments, which they're really stressing upon in Be a Pro this year. If they're stressing on these new cinematics and animations and things like that for pre-games things and the Be a Pro content, could we possibly see a new Stanley Cup animation or cinematic in this year's game? Obviously, the Twitter hinted at it a little bit with the new screenshot that they posted when the Penguins won the Stanley Cup. As you guys can see right here, here is that screenshot. Could we possibly see a new Stanley Cup animation in the game? I think it's time for a new one. I really do. We've had the same one in there for however many years it's been. I think we need a new Stanley Cup animation in this year's NHL game. And could they be bringing it to us this year, but they just didn't want to hint at it? So let the speculation begin, boys. Are we going to get a new Stanley Cup animation in this year's game? Was the screenshot just a hint at it? Did Ben Ross not want to say that specifically? But who knows? We'll obviously get a lot more information as the months and weeks go on. But thank you guys for listening and watching the video. If you did enjoy, leave a like, comment, subscribe as always. Once again, make sure to go check out Jay's Twitch and Twitter down below. Once again, the whole interview is archived on his Twitch, so you guys can go check it out down there. Other than that, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll be bringing you guys some more NHL 17 news, obviously, as the weeks and months go on. Make sure you do subscribe to get the most up-to-date news as it is released, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time.